So I'll have to call you back and then find out more about how your bike race was.
But if not, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good.
Uh,
All right, love you, brother. Bye.
It's so cordial. I never thought I'd see the day like 12 years, 20 years ago.
What, did you expect us to like yell at each other?
No, no one should do that on the phone. I kind of did that on the phone this weekend, so no one should do that on the phone.
Yeah, do not. Yeah, there's no need. No one needs to yell.
Welcome to Waste Your Time Wisely podcast.
All right, but with that being said, welcome to Waste Your Time Wisely. This is the WYTW podcast. Hope whatever you're doing, you're wasting it wisely by listening to us, but also doing something productive. We'd like to thank you for spending a part of your day with us. If you're new here, I'm not Ryan. That's Ryan. I'm Tay. And then please follow us and share this podcast, and we will greatly appreciate it. Uh,
Super.
what else we got? Oh, please like and follow and subscribe at Waste Your Time Wisely Pod on Instagram, as you can see on the screen now. Cool. We also like reading comments and messages, so message and comment away. Okay, Ryan.
Yo,
Today is guess what I'm
April
doing
28th.
Thanks, but guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Yes.
you are doing that really awesome thing that you're going to tell everybody about.
Okay, we'll get there. Did did you do how was your Easter? Did you do anything for Easter?
I did. I saw family. We had food. We hung out together. It was very nice. It was a nice little Easter. There was no egg hunting, no egg hiding, which I did question for like 10 seconds. Hey, how did that shit start? Didn't look it up at all. Have no idea. I don't know if you
Oh, the egg thing?
yeah, if you have any knowledge of
Easter
that.
I'm pretty sure Easter used to be a Germanic holiday that the Christians took over.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't know if the egg thing kind of came about with them or they just added that on. But we can look it up. Um, where'd you go?
Went to Glendale, the Jewel City.
Like Jewel City Bowling?
No, Glendale is just the Jewel City.
Hence Jewel City Bowling, right?
Yeah, that's why it's called Jewel City Bowling. It's because Glendale's a Jewel City.
Yeah, there's like huge construction over there. This past weekend I went to a wedding, yet another wedding. I think this is my 27th wedding.
Ooh. How do you
Um,
feel about that? Like, do you want to go to more weddings or have you been weddinged out by this point?
I'm no, I'm definitely weddinged out.
Okay.
But I
If you're
think
having a wedding, people don't invite Tay.
yeah, I'm kind of showing up uh just to save face and show face.
I think it's worse for women who are part of the bridal party.
Oh, I would if I was a woman. If I was a woman and you had me in your wedding, I would be like, "Hey, instead of being in your wedding, do you need help with like organizing emails or like a spreadsheet because I'm really good at that or something, you know? Like,
Yeah, let me use my strengths, please.
yeah, let me like lift tables.
Because spending my money on all of your activities is not one of my strengths.
Yeah, I might have to find a girlfriend or wife who has like five very selective friends where half of them are already married.
I thought they were gonna say like 5 Swiss bank accounts, but that works too.
Now that seems kind of complicated, and we could talk about that later too. But I also don't want like like my best, not best. A good scenario for me would be a sorority girl, but a worse scenario for me would be a sorority girl, former, preferably. But-
Oh,
because if she's like, I gotta go to this sister's wedding, I gotta go to that sister's wedding. I was the treasurer. I'd be like, woman, do you even like her? Like, why are we going? Just on the gift.
we hated each other.
Like, why are we going? Is she gonna get you a job? Then go. Go mingle. Like, this is a good thing. Let's say Ryan Dorman's getting married last year, right? And you're a hotshot producer, and I'm trying to bag a role as an actor. I should show face.
Oh yeah, definitely. You should show up to my wedding.
Yeah. And like mingle, show your friends how great I am. Start leaving like hints like, oh, like it'd be really great if I just starred in Transformers 9. Wink, 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 wink. Right? Oh my God, wife of Ryan, you look gorgeous. Like
You
a
did look
movie
gorgeous.
star. Wink, 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 wink. Another one. This past weekend I was in the Bay Area for a wedding at a we played soccer together. I don't know if I is it doxing if I say whose wedding? Anyway, um but yeah, it kind of started out with a weird thing. So I rented a car because my car's I don't want more miles on my car because it's old. So I rented a car and I was supposed to rent a convertible. But when I got there, they were like, oh, the person didn't bring it back. And that's like rental 101. So they gave me a charger. I did not get a speeding ticket. I drove in my acumen fairly safe. And then got there pretty quick at 4 hours and 46 minutes. With a gas station break. So it was pretty easy drive. And then Sunday morning, I kind of did like San Francisco touristy stuff before like the tourists came on Easter. So I got up at 5:30 in the morning and I started driving around in San Francisco. Yeah.
Hold up. You say touristy stuff. Does that mean like you went to the wharf?
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. Let's go.
Did you go down that one really windy street?
Lombard Street. Yes, I drove down
Lombard?
it
Okay.
and filmed it.
Did you go on one of the do they even have trolleys anymore?
Trolleys were not operating first half of my commute.
Oh, so they're
They are
there.
operating. Yeah.
Okay.
I took a picture of one.
That's, close enough, man.
Okay. I went under the bridge, not over the bridge. The bridge.
Under the bridge. Yes. Yes, yes. Very nice. Very
Do you
SoCal.
know what that before the bridge was built, like what that point was used for? It's called Presidio.
Firing cannons at other ships.
Correct, but so it was military base, right? That's why it's called the battery.
Oh, I didn't even know that it was called anything. I mean, it just makes sense that's where you would put a cannon because it kind of converges there. Like that's like it's
A choke point. It's a choke
yeah,
point.
it's a choke point.
It's perfect.
Now
It's a
that's
greatest military, probably like geographical location.
yeah, it's a great spot.
Because it's hard for people to come in through the west side because it's too rocky. And then you could send people up on top of the hills and kind of have an overwatch and signal stuff. Probably like smoke back then.
Smoke
People
signals.
radio. Yeah, so did that, and then yeah, I got to speed on the Bay Bridge, and which is different from the Golden Gate Bridge. Went to the wharf. Went to the National Art Gallery, the little pretty like Star Wars fountain looking place.
Did you see any art that spoke to you?
No, I didn't go inside. I just walked around outside.
Hmm.
Very nice.
Okay.
Share a picture right here. You know, it's funny. Right now we're split screen, but when this like recording happens, it'll like bounce between you and me. Right.
Only one of us shows face.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. And then tomorrow I am flying to Japan.
That's the really fun thing you were gonna share that I wanted to tell people, but I wanted you to say it first.
It's okay. I know you forgot. But
Yeah,
okay,
I forgot.
here's a chance for you to save yourself. Where am I going after Japan?
After Japan, you're going back on a plane
To where?
to another country.
What if you're wrong? I was on a ferry.
That would be one long ferry. I don't care where you're going. It's gonna be a long ferry.
I don't think ferry from there to Korea is far, actually.
Still, well, I guess long to me would be anything beyond 12 hours. So I
I
don't
don't
think
think
ferry.
it's 12 hours.
You don't think it's 12 hours from Japan to ferry to
No.
Korea?
What?
It might not be. Yeah.
Am I swimming there?
I mean, it could be a really slow ferry. I don't know.
Where so where am I going?
After Japan is Eastern Europe.
I'm going to Korea.
Damn it.
But yeah, like listeners of this thing, you don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm going to Japan, then I'm going to Korea, maybe Shanghai, and then maybe Hawaii. And by the time this airs, I should have a better idea. Okay, so with that, some country fact, fun fact Friday. Ryan, what is the country with the most time zones?
Whoa. Country with the most time zones?
Yes.
It's got to be a really like long country
Is it?
laterally.
Is it?
It should be.
Okay.
I would think so.
Okay.
Which
So,
which would put I think Russia's in the mix here. I think Russia would have a lot of time zones.
you think they're number one.
It's a good question, Tay. What about the poles though? Because wouldn't technically, if you're at the poles, you could be at all the time zones. So,
I think
interesting
the
question.
poles have a time zone.
Like it has its own just time zone. Because I think if time zones split, I want to say vertically, but not vertically. That's probably the wrong word to use.
It has something to do with long.
Uh, yeah, your latitude and your longitude.
Good
Uh,
job.
so yeah, I think of time zones being split by their longitudes. And so when you get to the poles, though, those longitudes converge, which is why I would think either the North Pole or the South Pole would be where you would have all of your time zones existing on a single body of land.
One of the poles have a shorter answer. Which answer do you want first, south or north?
South.
Okay, so South Pole follows New Zealand time code.
Interesting. Just all of the South Pole just follows New Zealand time code. They said go for it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, it seems more
Most flights
functional
and
to do it that way.
logistics come through Christchurch, New Zealand.
Okay.
So that's official. And the North Pole has no fixed time, but often uses UTC or whatever is convenient. What is UTC?
Universal time code.
Yeah. Coordinated units time. Yeah, coordinated. UTC is where?
Zurich.
I think you're thinking about Zulu time zone, but
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
right.
Zurich.
I was thinking of that. Then UTC. I don't know.
So what is that time zone called?
For UTC. UTC.
We just went to a whole different like time zone, even though I asked you one question that you still haven't answered.
Yeah. By the end of this episode, everyone's gonna be a freaking time expert, apparently. So UTC. What is that time? Did you ask me what the time zone is? A UTC? Was that the question I'm supposed to answer?
Yeah, so UTC is based on it's called something something time, right? Something mean time. So why is it based off of that? There was this whole thing about it, like once upon a time, all the leaders of the world got together and said, "Hey, people are not meeting their train times and everything's kind of fucked up. So I think we should make a time zone." That happened. That's real.
I mean, it makes sense that at some point people had to coordinate.
I mean, it only took 2000 almost 1800 years after the birth of Christ, but hey,
Well, come on. In the year 500, they're not, the people over in South America aren't talking to people in Europe, so they don't need to be on the same time zone.
you're a licensed pilot. Do you guys use Zulu time? Military uses that. Yeah.
So yeah, you're giving out when you get your weather reports. You're giving out Zulu time, and then also you can get local time too for your reports.
So
But
Zulu time is based off where?
so that, if I'm not mistaken, was Zurich. That's what I thought.
Zurich, Switzerland?
That's my initial answer was that. I don't know 100% if I'm correct, but instinctually, that's what I'm thinking.
No, Zurich, Switzerland is an hour ahead of Zulu time.
Ah, bummer. Well, I don't know shit. What do you know?
So Zulu time, known as Z time or Z, military and UTC for military and aviation code. So this is not a secret. I don't think it's a secret. I hope it's not a secret because I'm about to say it. Military radios and war zones are based off Zulu time. So everybody's on the same digital radio. So it's based off London time. So it's based on Greenwich Mean Time.
Greenwich.
And then
That sounds familiar.
yeah, if you look in the history of like how that became like the middle of the time zone and you're +1 or -1, it's actually kind of fascinating. It actually shows that the British are really good at what they do.
Imperialism?
Yes, but also with time.
Oh, sorry. And
Also using measures of unit that makes absolutely no logical sense, like the mile, but people fucking use it, right? Oh, I also looked this up, which is completely not what I'm trying to bring up, and you're wearing the question by not answering. But what I was looking up nautical miles. You're a pilot, so you know that compared to like an actual mile. So I thought that was interesting.
dude, there's like several different units for distance measuring.
Yeah,
Like you said, you got a mile, you have a nautical mile, then you have like a statute mile.
yeah.
All different.
I was looking at like how knots got its like history, like on a boat, but airlines use knots, right? Like speed of knot, like it's going at like 570 knots or something, right? Oh, that's pretty.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the original question. Bearing the deal, sir. Country with the most time zone.
Oh, country with the most time zones. So yeah, my first guess was Russia. I think I'm gonna just stick with Russia. I don't think I have a better. Wait a second. I'll stick with Russia. Fuck it.
You don't think it's America?
I was thinking like, well, Alaska is actually kind of far out one way, and then you got the Northeast, which is kind of far out the other way. It's possible. Oh, and then you got Hawaii. Damn. Does America include the territories, or is it just uh
Yeah, they're
the
part of America.
continental like domestic mainland?
Like Samoa is part of America. Are they not American?
Damn, that's huge. Oof. You know what? Just because I went with Russia first, and that's what came out of my mouth, I'll stand by it. I'll stand by Russia.
So Russia and America are tied for number 2.
Wow. I would have been wrong if I said America regardless. So good on me. If it's
And
not
then
Russia and America,
the number 1 country with the most time zone is
Australia.
France.
Wait, what?
Yes.
It's France?
Yes, sir.
How?
They go from an island called Wallis and Futuna, which is
Oh my
territory of Wallis
God.
and Futuna. It's which in the South Pacific, to Society Island, which is in the other side.
Of course, it'd be another imperialist fucking country.
Of course. Why?
God damn it. Why didn't I think of
What is it gonna
territories?
be? Like Maldives? No.
So how many? How many time zones?
They have 12. Russia
12?
has 11. America has 11. Um,
Wow. If you add those up, it is
11.
almost 33. It's 34.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's actually very interesting. Yeah, good job. So yeah, I'll use US as a base. So US starts from Wake Island, which is a Micronesia subregion in the Pacific Ocean, and it goes to Guam, then Puerto Rico, then the Eastern time zone, then Central Mountain, Pacific, then Alaska, which is an hour after Pacific, then Hawaii, which is an hour after Alaska, and then there's the American Samoa, which is an hour after Hawaii, and then there's the Baker Island and Howland Island, which is, I think, they're like a mile long, maybe a little bit more. But
How long do you think it's going to take you to visit every single US territory?
well, I get to fly in military planes now, so maybe a little quicker than normal.
I'm just assuming it's something that you're going to do. I have no idea if you want to.
I don't think I want to go to Baker Island. I think that's where they used to drop bombs and test it. Pretty sure that's where Baker Island is. Well, it's close to Australia.
Yeah, just stop by for a second, check it out. Like, oh, that's a crater. All right.
I always thought like if I was filthy rich, I make myself like a catamaran slash submarine. Like it's like a submarine attached to a catamaran.
I don't know, man. There's been some news over the past like 2 years about rich people in submarines. So
No, but it doesn't submerge. It's just like
okay,
like
got it.
it's just a human organ looking thing underneath my catamaran. You feel me?
Okay, got it. So in a
Yeah.
catastrophic failure, you could float to the top relatively.
Yeah. And or it
quickly.
like it kind of goes down, but not too deep. It kind of like the Finding Nemo ride at Disney, just kind of like hovers around, like like the head still up.
Yes, I know that ride very well.
Anyway, yes.
I've never
So
been.
not too much submerging, and then it just kind of like propels out, like do-do-do, just like that sound too. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's just
I like it.
anyway. So I thought I would have that with like a power of a yacht, and then like a sail too. So everything, right? I thought, and then jet skis kind of pop out in the front and stuff. So I thought I could just kind of travel the ocean. Then I realized how hard it is to just, I don't know, live in the ocean. I need water. It's hot.
It's massive.
There's pirates out there. There's
Isn't that
storms
kind of funny?
out
There's
there.
pirate. There are pirates.
No, they're definitely pirates. I mean, more. I mean, pirates aren't in the middle of the Pacific. That's too hard.
No.
They're like by, Suez Canal where boats actually come through and they could seize it and run away quickly. That's another important pirate sea of the 21st century. That's
So you
interesting.
need
How we
a
got
you'd
from
want a fast yacht. Fast yacht, maybe with some weapons on it. Turret.
what would you put?
Mm. You want like a real weapon, or you want like
Oh, go crazy.
oh,
It
go
has to
crazy?
fit. It has to fit though. You can't be like I'm gonna nuke them. Like
No. I wouldn't do nukes.
I know mine. I know like on my catamaran submarine.
What
On
would
my,
you get?
I would get like the water hoses that pumps from the ocean. So because it's unlimited then, right?
Okay,
But when they get near, I'm gonna
smart.
push a button and it's gonna shoot out fire from the side.
Whoa, wait, where's the fire coming from?
The fuel.
But so you have a water cannon, but you're just gonna shoot fire instead?
When they climb the boat. So
Okay.
once they touch, I'm just gonna push the fire. It's gonna
Oh,
say party time. And I'm gonna push the button. It's gonna shoot out fire. It's gonna burn the first 2 people, I hope. And then
got it.
I got plenty more.
So the fire is really like that sounds like a last resort. Like they're on you now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind just sniping them. I know, like, crater boats don't.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't. I'd snipe. I'd probably be by myself and a dog.
I know my limits. I don't think I could snipe. I think I would just waste all my bullets.
I mean, sniping on a boat's pretty hard, but if they're close by, just like pretend scared, like, oh no. And when they get up the ladder, just be like, bam, where'd they gonna go? Be like, whoops, sorry, shouldn't have climbed.
Well, I hope you don't face pirates.
I kind of do, just to see
Oh,
what happens.
geez. Well, apparently you're gonna snipe them. You're gonna say, "Oh no!"
But then again,
Bam.
if I did have this cool catamaran submarine, I would want to steal it too. So
Then
wouldn't
let
you?
them steal it. Let them live a little, Tay.
No,
Jesus.
no one's gonna get in between my catamaran and hopefully I have a Newfoundland who could swim really well in there because Newfoundlands are great swimmers.
Sounds like you're holding people down.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while, like getting a Newfoundland. They use them for swim rescue in like Italy and Canada. Fact, check it. Do you know Newfoundland is a dog?
Yeah, they're kind of big,
Yeah, with very big they have web paws and they could swim well.
and they're long-haired.
Yeah, and it keeps them warm in the water.
I'm a small dog type of guy.
I like small dogs too, but I do fear that they're not going to swim away from a Meg in the ocean.
No, they probably won't.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Perspective of the modern world, is that this week?
I thought this week was a
I know that, but that's objective. This is a you thing.
me thing. Oh,
Let's just get on with it. Okay.
yeah.
So, as most of you know, Tay's favorite number is 33. So, with that being said, we're going to go over the number 33 and all the things that make up 33. So, Ryan, would you like to share your 33 findings?
Yes. I was looking at the notes. I saw that you found some of my findings too.
It's okay. We'll repeat it.
Yeah. Let's go with
How do you,
some
before you start, how do you have
uh,
it categorized? Because I had a long list, but it was chaotic. So I divided up like sports, category, like nature, pop culture, coordinates.
yeah, people, you're not going to see his list, but it is absolutely filthy large. My list is small. I've got some facts. I do
Did you,
have some pop culture.
did you put like it's half of 66?
No,
Okay.
I said it was just one less than 34.
You're like, 33 is how old my wife is, but she looks 13.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
she looks older than 13.
Okay, yeah, she looks 22.
That I agree.
That's a fair assessment.
I agree.
Like if you
No,
robbed me and I have to describe her to the police, I would not say her real age, the first number. I would not be like, yeah, she's definitely born in the 90s early. I would be like, nah, she's probably like 96, 98. Yeah, maybe.
she's youthful. She looks very youthful. Maybe
Yeah.
she's still in college.
Something about that. When do you think she'll hit like the Asian wall when she's like 82?
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably like it's gonna be like 73 and a half.
Where's my wife?
Where'd she go?
Who are you?
Or you know what? I think she's gonna age gracefully, is what's gonna happen. But
Good.
anyways, I got some facts.
Let's go.
33, baby. Human vertebrae. Guess how many we have?
Let's. Oh, this is not a rap song. So let's start this out. So Tay's favorite number is 33. Not sure how that happened. Just always been my favorite number.
You were just drawn to it. You saw it, and then you're like, whoa, that's my number.
Yeah, and then I heard like it's an angel number, which I had no idea what it was for a long time. And then people think I'm born March 3rd. I'm not.
I mean, you can be.
I could be because my parents probably screwed up my birth certificate somehow. So yeah, could have been. I wouldn't dial against it, but always been it. Always try to be my number in sports. So yeah, and most of the time I had it. I remember in soccer, I said, if I don't get 33, I'm not playing, and they got me 33. And it's not because I was good. I think it's because I'm aggressive. And they said, okay, well, you might.
It's a lesson in speaking up and advocating for yourself. If you don't
Yeah,
ask, you won't get it.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So, what have you found more than 33 findings for the number 33?
I don't think I found 33 findings, but I've got some 33 stuff. So, like I said, most humans have 33 vertebrae.
Good job.
Some less because the vertebrae fuse. So maybe you have like 31 or 30, or if you're really unlucky, like 20. But
Could you name the letters of the vertebrae?
absolutely not. Moving on. Jesus's age, if he existed, but this fake character was believed to have been crucified at the age of 33. The atomic number, 33, is for Tay. What is it?
It's for some poison named arsenic.
Yeah, that's right.
And for those who are not initiated or didn't go to high school in America, the atomic number is the number of the periodic table for that stupid thing we have to memorize for absolutely no reason. And the reason I say that is I actually met professional chemists. You know what they do when they go over things? They look behind them and look at a giant periodic table and go, "Oh, it's 6."
Yep.
And they're professionals. And we have to memorize it for what? Because I'm using oxygen in my line of work. And guess what? I did hazmat and chemical in the army. You know what we have to never look at? The periodic table.
That's kind of
Tell me
funny.
about that. When we deal with like nerve gases, do you think I'm like, oh, this is a periodic table? Ah, nope, not at all.
Yeah, it's not very useful knowledge
At
to
all.
like have it memorized like that. When I was doing a bunch of classes for chem engineering, I didn't like memorize the periodic table, but the elements that we use most commonly, obviously, like once you do it enough times, you're like, oh yeah, that's this number, that one's this number. But now it's been years. I don't remember any of that stuff. Moving on. Some famous jersey numbers. I saw Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, both 33 years. Unless I got wrong information, but I'm pretty sure. Anyone else? Any other famous
Um,
athletes with 33?
Magic Johnson in college was 33, and then he could not be 33 for the Lakers because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was 33.
That's fair.
Kobe Bryant in high school was 33.
Did not know that.
Laura Marion High School. Some other sports like Harry Gant, the Bandit on NASCAR, he was car number 33. F1's four-time champion, Max Verstappen, he was number 1 now because he's number 1, but he used to be car number 33. That's why I used to like him. And then he started doing really well, and then he you know, changed to number 1. One of my favorite goalies growing up in professional hockey, his number, Patrick Waugh, spelled Roy, Patrick Waugh, for the Colorado Avalanche, was number 33 for a very long time. And then obviously you mentioned Larry Bird. I think Shaq during his career was 33 in one of the teams, like maybe Phoenix, because he had a bunch of jerseys. But in the Lakers, he was 34. I think in Orlando he was 32, and he couldn't wear that in the Lakers because of Magic Johnson.
Oh, just going around 33, just circling.
Yeah,
it.
everybody's in it. Everybody's in it to win it with 33. And then here's the Superstition 3 thing. You used to watch baseball as a kid. There used to be a player named Larry Walker for the Rockies.
Sure.
Sure. So Larry Walker, Canadian right fielder for the Colorado Rockies, long time.
Oh yeah, Larry. Yeah, we go back.
Yeah, he was number 33, but he also had a superstition about number 3. So he would always take 3 practice swings before at bat. He wore number 33, like I said. He was married on November 3rd at 3:33 p.m.
You're bored.
And then he was the 333rd person named for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, I would assume those that were selecting the Hall of Famers obviously knew about his affinity for the threes.
Is that why they rejected him a couple times? They're like, nah, you come later.
Maybe not why they rejected him, but when it came up, maybe I gotta believe that like it came across through some conversation, like, he likes the threes. Maybe we should accept him this time. He would like it. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just all coincidence. Most likely it was.
Yeah.
Any other sports related 33s?
Um,
I don't have any because that you reached my 33 sports limit.
I mean, keep going. I mean, I have plenty more, but
Oh, I got more 33 stuff, just not for sports.
yeah, keep going.
Oh,
What you got? What you got?
I've got songs. Only one song really.
It's an upsell, huh?
Yeah, it's Smashing Pumpkins. They have a song titled, what do you know? 33.
Do you know what album the song 33 is on?
Um,
There's more interesting 33 facts about the album.
I think it might be Aeroplane, Flies High.
Wait, the album's called Arrow? No.
I mean, because I have YouTube music up right now. Like that's one of like the links next to this song. So
It's in their famous album called Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, which has Bullet with butterfly wings. The world is a vampire.
1979. Okay.
Yeah, Tonight. But that's also their third album.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Did not know that 33 was on that album. Actually, I have not listened to that album.
Fun fact, fun TU fact. If you watch a Smashing Pumpkins video called Silvery Sometimes, I think that's yeah, Silvery Sometimes music video. Tay
You're
worked
on
on.
it.
I'm not in it, but
Oh, dude,
maybe no, I don't even think I'm in the background. So
don't tease us like that.
I was an assistant director on the music video Silvery Sometimes. Fun times.
Oh, Rolling Rock beer. Now, what does that have to do with 33?
They had 33. It was like a typo or something, right? There was like a mysterious 33 like typed on it, but like nobody really knows.
Ah, very good. Yeah. Apparently, there's a 33 on the label, which I'm pulling up the image right now. I did not fact check this one at all.
It's just there.
So
You're
I
like,
hope it's there. Let me take a look real quick here. I'm looking at one of their labels. I do not see a 33 on this label. What sources am I using?
"Yeah, what do you use? DeepSeek?
No, I use ChatGPT for this one. Oh no, no, no. Okay, I see it. It's on the label. It's not the front like main label. Apparently there's from the Mountain Springs to you, 33. I don't know. Apparently it's on the label. It doesn't mean it's like the front main picture icon symbol, but it's on their label, 33. All right. Moving on.
What else you got?
Movies. Have you seen it, Tay?
The movie 33 about the Chilean miners 33?
That is correct.
So
What did you think?
do you think it's a coincidence that 33 Chilean miners got trapped and 33 Chilean miners got saved?
No, I think it's a goddamn miracle. No, I don't think it's a coincidence
But why isn't it 32? Why isn't it 34?
because 33 was just the right number to get stuck and save. If it's 34, they might have all died.
Maybe.
32 might have never happened.
Maybe. What else do you got?
TV shows. Battlestar Galactica. The very first episode is not episode 1. It's called 33,
I'm telling you, it's everywhere.
which I didn't know that. I saw Battlestar Galactica. I didn't recall, well, I guess I don't recall any of the episode names, to be honest. I mean, not like I'm reading them and memorizing them, but I don't know why the episode's called 33. Like I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, why did they call it 33? But
I'm
whatever.
surprised you watched that show.
Yeah, it's a great show. I love space. Like I love space themed movies and just media. It fascinates me.
It's 33 because they had to do the jump every 33 minute to escape Cyclone.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, man.
Cylon,
It's
Cylon,
been
sorry.
like over 10 years. I can't even remember like why they had to do it every 33 minutes then. I should probably rewatch that series. It was a great
'Cause they're
series.
crazy, and then that I know probably the writer was probably obsessed with 33 as well. I'm telling you, it's a thing. It's not just like a TU fascination, it's a thing. I get accused of being a Freemason a lot, and whether or not that's true or not is none of your motherfucking business, and yeah, and we'll go over the Freemasonry 333 later. But yeah, 33 shows up a lot, not only in sports, but it just kinda just lingers around people's thing.
Uh yeah, that was pretty much the last that I had on 33 was kind of this mysticism and conspiratorial about the 33. And it gave me Freemasonry. How 33 is the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry.
Yeah.
It's the 33rd degree.
So one of the reasons I didn't wanna say some sporting things for you because 'cause I'm, like, setting myself up for disappointment somehow. Either you're not gonna know these people and be like, we're gonna do a lot of those, like, "Well, you don't know who that is?" Like,
Dude,
but
there's a lot of athletes I do not know who they are.
you'll know these names 'cause
Okay.
they were 33, so they have to be great, right? So, one big one you miss is Scottie Pippen.
Okay. I
In
think I've heard that name before.
Jordan's Batman to his Robin, Scottie
Yeah, he
Pippen.
played on the Wizards,
No.
right? Got a couple
Oh.
championships with Jordan on the Wizards.
Patrick Ewing was 33 in college and for the Knicks.
Oh, I was gonna say basketball, but you said the Knicks, so you gave it away.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember did you watch baseball, like, as a kid? You just played?
Um, kinda. No, kinda. I'd watch the Dodgers. I really liked Sean Green. I was a big
That
Sean Green
you were
fan.
not a kid when Sean Green played. You're, like, in high school. What are you talking about?
No,
Yeah.
I think I
God,
saw something like
God,
12.
you're not 10 years younger than me. What are you talking about? Are you
One was Sean Green,
are you
first on the
crazy?
Dodgers.
Are you out of your mind?
Let's look.
Sean Green played for the Dodgers from 2000 to 2004. Were
Yeah,
you
I wasn't in high school.
You were like 12?
I was 10 to 14. I
Okay.
just got to high school when he stopped playing with the Dodgers.
Is that kid, I guess? I was
10
considering like
is, 10 is definitely a kid.
I was considering like 7, 8, and 9. I felt like I was an old man when I was 12, but anyway, the Dodgers used to have this player named Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray was really good, but he was super old. And then when the time I was watching him play, he was just an old man trying to get hits, trying to get more hits and pad up those stats, baby. Tony Dorsett, he used to be a Cowboys running back a long time ago. He's number 33. Alonzo Mourning, who was a Miami Heat center for like 22 years or something.
Not
Yeah.
33 years. Bummer.
Yeah. I don't think he played 33 years, but he played for 1992 to 2008. So that's what,
A long
18,
time.
18 seasons, right? I think. Yeah. Grant Hill, favorite basketball player when we were kids. The guy who was on like, to me, it seems like every other cover of Sports Illustrated was number 33.
Dang.
Roger Craig, if you are a 49ers fan of the 1980s Super Smash San Francisco 49ers. And then one number you didn't think about, and then he wasn't this number for a while, but Mike Piazza, aka what I used to call, who I used to call the MILF Hunter. He was 31 with the Dodgers, but he was 33 with the Padres, I think.
Oh, didn't know that.
And then obviously Larry Walker, 33. This guy used to juice. Jose Canseco was 33.
No, did he? Now
He
you're
was
what? You're telling me
33.
Barry Bonds juice too? Fucking.
Do you remember? Do you remember Pau Gasol?
Yeah.
So Pau had a brother. Do you know his brother's name?
Also Gasol.
Correct. Mark Gasol, who played for the Grizzlies with Pau for a while. He was 33. And then
Mark
couple
was
other
also like
people.
pretty decent too, if I recall.
Mark Gasol was, I think, Defensive Player of the Year in 2008.
There you
I think. And then a couple other names that you might or might not know, like Bobby Abreu.
go. Yeah, not so much.
Let's talk some American 33. Do you know the 33rd president? Even though we went over presidents in this podcast, I think
No.
6 times now.
No,
So
I do not know the 33rd. You cannot do that to me.
Okay,
just
let me.
pick a number out and say president like that in the middle.
You could do it to me. I'll probably know.
Yeah, you might know. What's the 32nd president?
FDR.
Oh, okay. Well then, what's the 34th president?
After Truman. Eisenhower.
Nice. I mean, I didn't check. I'm assuming you're right. You could be
We can
wrong.
prove it. You can fact check me. There's a whole episode on this. We have an entire episode. I don't think we got that far in the presidency, did we? I
I
think
don't
there's
think so.
an episode where I just named them. So 33rd U.S. president is Harry S. Truman, who was the vice president of FDR, and then FDR died in office after he won his 4th term. So
We're going back to more
Yeah.
than 2 terms.
Which state is the 33rd state?
The 33rd state is Nevada.
Close. Nevada's 36.
You know, I'll be honest, that was just a straight random guess. I
And
figured
then
it
I
had to be.
think it borders Nevada.
Oh, I mean, I figured it had to be west of the Mississippi,
Okay, good.
right?
It does border Nevada, yes.
Maybe it's Utah.
Nope.
Cool. That's awesome. Idaho.
No.
Oh boy, this is gonna be great. Okay. It borders Nevada. California.
It borders Nevada.
California.
No, California's 30, I think. 31. California's 31.
Arizona.
No, Arizona's at the end because they hated the Arizona Territory had a whole thing after the Civil War because they sided with the South, so the Union always punished them.
That makes sense.
Arizona's the 48th state. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Arizona's
Wow.
the 48th state. So in continental United States, it's the last state to join the Union. So not counting Alaska and not counting Hawaii, obviously.
Someone has to be last, might as well be Arizona.
It was Arizona, and then right before that was a month before that was New Mexico. So yeah. So you're querying the answer again. Who is the 33rd state?
Dude. All right. Okay, it wasn't California. It's not Arizona, not Utah. I said Idaho.
It's not Idaho. Idaho's 43.
It borders Nevada?
Yeah, but I have to double check if it borders too. So yeah, but it does border Nevada.
Oh,
I gave you all the states actually. That just except for this.
I think it's got to be the last one I can think of is maybe Oregon.
Oregon's 33 in February 14th, 1859. Very romantic of them.
Wait, Valentine's Day. What year?
1859.
Oh, I think Valentine's Day was already established by then.
Yeah, Oregon is the 33rd state of the United States. Couple other things. So 33 degrees north latitude and 33 degrees north longitude, lies on America. And the 33rd degree lies on Disneyland. And Disneyland also has Club 33, which we will talk about later.
How many times have you been there?
Disneyland or Club 33?
Dude, I don't give a shit about Disneyland. Club 33, man.
I think I've been there twice inside, once actually as a guest.
That is awesome.
Why?
Did you eat food in there, or like what did you do? while
One
you're
time
there?
I got like not smashed drunk, but I was
You're,
I was not.
you're having a good time?
I don't remember.
Oh man.
I was boozed up. I was
Wow.
like 21 and I was boozed up. I was like, woo.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. And then now that I don't drink, it's like I guess I think I would use it as a flex. Like, guess where I am?
Of course.
33. I know you went and you got piggy styled and you just ate, right?
Yep. It was invitation for United Airlines employees and their families.
That sounds like a lot of people.
It was, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like, sardines crowded. I don't know how many people came,
I like that. I like the sardines reference.
but it was nice. It was cool.
Couple things in nature. While I'm looking this up, you should look. While I say this, you should look this up, and you could come in crushing it. So coordinates, 33 degrees, and Disneyland's on 33 with Club 33. Uh, you should look this up, which is you should look up 33's relationship with the Fibonacci sequence.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got for this.
So, because there's math in it and 33 in it. Okay, so Ryan went over the fact that most humans have 33 vertebrae, and that's like most of you, if you're a healthy human being, most likely you have 33. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing point, and 33 is when things get liquefied. Freezing point, 33 degrees Fahrenheit, slightly above freezing point in water. 33, Ryan, is also the country with the most time zones. Phone country code. What is that country again?
That country is Jesus, dude. I'm sorry, I was reading. I wanted to say New Zealand. Why do I want to say New Zealand? What am I doing over here?
I think I tricked
France.
you with France. So France's country code is 33. Do you know any other country codes besides one, which is the USA and Canada country code?
No.
Ryan, aren't you Costa Rican?
Yeah, but I don't call anyone in Costa Rica.
Have you ever called anybody Costa Rica?
No, my whole family immigrated here. We're
Do you
here
know
now.
do you know any other country code?
20.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know, Germany.
I bet you there is no 20. Oh, there is 20. It's Egypt.
See us close.
Yeah, Korea's 82. I think Costa Rica's like 503, 506. Those are not area codes, folks. Those are country codes.
Country codes.
Country codes. They're
Country.
not area codes. It's like an area code, but for a country. Just keep that in your mind. I know everybody uses WhatsApp and stuff. This was a common thing when I would travel and ask for a girl's number. She would give me her number in this like weird number sequence I've never seen. And I'm like, woman, you need to give me your country code. I don't live here. You can't just give me just area code on your country. I don't know how this works. I don't know how your 442 thing works.
I mean,
42.
there's only so many countries today. You just try every single country code.
I mean, hey, if they told me what it is, like I would just guess it. Be like, I mean, she's German, so she probably has a German, right? Okay, moving on. Did you find anything within the Fibonacci sequence?
Yeah, I mean, well, I just asked ChatGPT, let's be honest. And ChatGPT gave me some like kind of like, okay, ChatGPT, what an answer. I asked it, it's like, yo, 33 and its relationship to the Fibonacci sequence. It's like, oh yeah, there's a relationship. The Fibonacci sequence, it's a series where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 33 is itself not a Fibonacci number, by the way. It goes from 21 to 34. So 33 is not a Fibonacci number. But ChatGPT says 33 is the sum of multiple Fibonacci numbers. 1, 3, 8, 21. Add them up. It's 33. Whoa. What else we got here?
It's also the factorial of the first four numbers, I think, or factorial of 1, 2, 3, 4. I think is 33.
Factorial.
You don't do you do math? You don't know what a factorial?
No, I'm just I'm not thinking of the factorial. What am I thinking of? Uh yeah, that's
Did I say that wrong?
wait.
Is it factorial?
No, okay, I am thinking of a factorial correctly. I think you might be stating it incorrectly because a factorial, like 5 factorial would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Yeah, like the exclamation mark.
Yes. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Or is it called factorial?
We're talking about math and people are dozing off. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. All right. Keep going with the 33. Let me just list them off for now. So the problem was I didn't want to just list them off because that sounded boring, and now we're just boring you now. But all right. So again, Ryan said 33 is
No, no. I have another 33 math thing that ChatGPT gave me, and I was just like shaking my head. Like, really?
shoot it.
That's your this is your 33 fun trivia?
ChatGTP tries to reason with the reasoning level of its user sometimes. Just
You
let
know, I never said I was a genius. Moving on. 33. This is what it told me. Math related. Under the science and history section that it gave me, it spit out 33 is the sum of 3 cubes. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, okay. 1 cubed plus 1 cubed plus 3 cubed. I'm like, mother.
what is wait,
Okay.
that's not 33. How's that 33?
3 cubed, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Oh, you're right. That isn't. That is 29.
Yeah.
So it's wrong. Math is,
Maybe it meant two squared, 2 cubed.
I don't know, but I thought that one was funny. I didn't even check the math on it.
Yeah.
Jesus, but no wonder why it's so funny to me when I read it. I was like, dude,
One
really? What the
one
fuck is
for
this?
human, one for the human race. Take that, ChatGTP. All right, we'll go over something. In biblical religious reference, angel number in numerology, 33 is considered a master number representing compassion and guidance. Other angel numbers are like 11 and 22. In the Freemasonry, that I may or may not be related to, the highest degree is a Scottish Rite Freemasonry, is a 33 degrees that Ryan said earlier. And along with that, age of Jesus is most likely to be believed he was crucified at the age of 33. So 33 AD is the year traditionally associated with the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Okay. So master number in numerology is 33 is known as the master teacher. It represents altruism, spiritual awareness, and compassion. It's
So
most spirit.
I thought this was probably the most interesting out of the whole 33 thing was the master number and numerology of it. Like that seemed the most intriguing part to me.
I
I-
think that's where the masonry, I don't know why I would know this, but I think that's where the masonry got the 33 number from. Like it's like the master number.
Which
Yeah.
is it's funny because in some other, text here from ChatGPT, it talks about 33 uh being like a special number because it's bigger than 11 and 22. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then why isn't 44 like a master number then? It's
Someone saw
bigger.
that and be
It's
like, no, it's too angly and fat.
yeah, like what the hell?
Nobody wants to. It's do you remember your jersey numbers in football?
Yeah, it was just 10 and 6. That was it. I
Well,
wore 10
well,
and 6.
6, I'm assuming because of someone's birthday?
No,
Oh,
my brother
what?
wears 6, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wear 6 too. Why not?
He's really good.
Yeah, and I'm like really mediocre, so it worked out
Why 10?
because I couldn't get 6, and I was like,
Who
is
had
that
6?
available? Give it to me. Who had it?
Yeah,
Sam.
Lee.
Yeah, Sam Lee.
What about your senior year?
That was the only time I wore 10 was sophomore year, and then the other 3 years I wore 6.
Gotcha. It fit you? I tried to wear 3 and it never fit me.
Oh,
So
the jersey didn't fit you?
yeah, because it was I don't know, one year it was like the one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was very small. And then not just me, Lee Pope tried to wear 5 for Donovan McNabb, and he looked like a child wearing a baby Gap tee.
Oh my goodness.
And it
Yeah,
didn't go under his pad. And then he switched to 10. Um I always pitched for 33 and I usually got it. And I think freshman year I was 32, I was 33, then I think senior year, because I mean I was out all season. I think Jeek Magical took it. I'm like, whatever.
yeah,
Probably
I
not mine.
I have a fitting issue with my jerseys.
I have a torn shoulder and it's not coming. So it's like cool. Um Back to 33. But so if your brother didn't play, what would you have picked?
Maybe 13. Growing up prior to high school, I liked the number 13. I think because I learned it to be like an unlucky number. I was like, well, I can try it out on me. Let's do this.
Good. But it has a 3 in it, which is good. So yeah, but the reason I bring up jersey number is no one wants to wear 44. It makes you look blocky.
Oh, dude. All right, famous 44
Yeah, they're all like
athletes.
1950s like football players.
Hank Aaron,
Hank Aaron's a big guy.
Reggie Jackson,
Also a big guy.
McCovey.
First of all,
I don't even know these guys.
that's where the McCovey Cove's named after in the Giant Stadium. But first of all, baseball's not a real sport. You know this. You know how much I love baseball. Baseball's not real. Like everything about baseball is not real. It doesn't exist. It's like fandom where players are hitting balls that are coming at them at 100 miles per hour that could break from their eye to their knee. That's not right. None of it is right.
I will say when I think of 44, I do think of fullbacks in the NFL. Like that's the only time I can
Yeah.
really think of
It's like
people wearing 44.
fullbacks, which they're like optioning out, or like some like weird middle linebacker. It's like it's a weird number. Like if someone told me to wear 45, I'd be like, "Eh, well, I'll make it work." But 44, what am I blocking the end? Like, why am I? What?
Yeah, apparently 44 is not a master number for whatever freaking reason.
I mean, we need to look that up.
Only
Back to
11,
number
22, and
33.
33.
Let's subtract another power number from 44 and become a power number 33. That hopefully it's not a power bottom. So there was a lot of things that said like in Islam, they praise the praise of God 33 times, but I don't know how accurate that is. And then in like Dante's Divine Comedy, like it's divided into three parts and each with 33 cantos. It's like episodes, I guess. But and then there was some Bible things I found, but I don't know how accurate that is. It's like it mentioned the word God 33 times and stuff like that, but I don't because I know the Bible's really big about numbers.
33 is said to represent God's promise.
That's just because he died at 33.
The
And
33rd time Noah's name is mentioned is when God made a covenant.
yeah, there's a lot of like Trinity things in the Bible, right? We could have had done a whole episode on that, like Holy Trinity. I think Jesus resurrected after 3 days, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the story goes.
Yeah. Some fun pop culture thing. Obviously, we talked about Disney Club 33, and
Whoa,
obviously
whoa. I'm on the vibe at 33 right here.
we're
Uh,
still 5033.
well, personal, like I'm curious about how this might uh um relate to you personally. Because I got a little scripture over here talking about the vibe of 33 in someone's life, saying, people with a 33 life path, which I feel like you probably follow. I'm curious how close this is to, or what you think how close
Does
this
it
is.
say they're a sociopath?
Almost. It says
Oh,
they are said to feel like they're called to do something bigger than themselves in life. They often experience intense early life challenges, which later give them the wisdom to help others. And they're seen as walking examples of unconditional love and healing. Thoughts?
listed in bullet points again.
They feel like they're called to do something bigger than themselves. They often experience intense early life challenges to therefore provide wisdom to others. And then they're seen as walking examples of unconditional love and healing.
I think I used to be love and healing, but now I think it's situational. Betterment for others, I think with an asterisk. But I also feel like maybe like I'm a huge believer of nature versus nurture. Like naturally, I was born to be extroverted, but like nurture, I've been nurtured to I don't know, shut the fuck up, or nurtured to talk even more. But I think I've been fairly jaded, so some parts I'm like cool, and then some parts I'm like nah, like I'm
I
not
really
gonna.
feel like that second bullet point, they often experience intense early life challenges, which later give them the wisdom to help others. I feel like that does really uh, connect with you, though.
Oh,
'Cause
thank you.
I feel like you are full of wisdom and your life experiences are very beneficial and helpful. And, I feel like I can go to you with most things and have some type of opinion that I respect.
Sell everything,
Probably should.
sell it all. Buy low, get high. But no, I appreciate that in all seriousness. But like even when some people I noticed, usually with the younger generation or people, here's an interesting topic. People who are trying to turn their life around, right? So, like, let's say, like, I knew this guy. He doesn't listen to this, so I don't give a fuck. And I hope he does listen to it. I know this guy who's like he was a father at a very young age. I don't think you know him. He was a father at a very young age, and then he was always telling Like anytime we talked about anything, school, work, anything, he'd be like, "Yeah, trying to turn my life around. Like trying to do this. Like trying to get it better." Like kind of like he used to be an addict, but I don't think he was. And then maybe he was lazy and then he wasn't doing anything and they went to like he was doing his undergrad at like age 32.
Well, good for him for
Yeah, so that's good. And then
going for it.
I'd be like, "Yeah, just keep it going, man." And if I added anything, I'd be like, he's like, "Well, I didn't ask for your unsolicited advice." I'm like, "Just don't take it." like
Sorry, dude.
like I'm in grad school, so it's like, all right, you should listen to something. And I'm not paying for it. So I'm just saying. But hey, um, weird pop culture stuff. James Cameron has been to the Titanic 33 times.
It's so many times.
On an LP record, the standard speed is 33 and a third rotation per minute. Fun fact there.
I never fact checked Baskin Robbins. What I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
can fact check a lot of things. So one of the things I had to fact check was New Hampshire was the 33rd state to join the union. And I'm like, well, that can't
Yeah, that seems weird.
that can't be right. I was like, what?
Like I
Why?
said earlier, 33. I feel like west of the Mississippi, like for sure.
Like even if I told you like Nevada, it was Nevada, you would be like, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said Nevada. Like it
Yeah.
seemed believable.
That's exactly why, right? 33 Strategies of War. It's a book by Robert Greene outlining strategic principles. He also wrote, I think, 40 Laws of Power and like the 38 Laws of Seduction, whatever it is. Yeah, the numbers. 38 Parallel North. It's a circle of latitude that is 33 degrees north of Earth's equator, passing through countries like United States, Algeria, and Iraq.
See, people, we're all connected. We shouldn't be fighting. We should just be togetherness, connected, and just trying to thrive with each other.
You'll like this because you love this company. SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket, the 33rd engine Falcon Heavy, uses 27 Merlin engines, but SpaceX's Starship Super Heavy booster will use 33 engines.
I no longer like the number 33.
There's also this weird Egyptian thing I found out, but I don't know how true it was. But archaeologists found these squares, and all the squares were 33 by 33. But I think that has to do more with 33, 33, 33 kind of makes a good 100 with room to spare. But what do I know? Texas A&M University, known for its 12th man tradition, the
Wait,
Aggies.
what? Wait a second. They're known for the 12th man?
Yeah, are you going to talk about University of Arizona?
No. I know 12th man from Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, so fun
I mean,
fact.
not to say like, the Seattle Seahawks are the only team that can have a 12th man. I mean, any football team can have a 12th man on
So
it.
the 12th man, Texas A&M had it first.
Okay. I mean, fair enough, dude. Like, fair enough. It's
And then
just
there's a fun ESPN article from I actually know this article. So from 2006, Seattle and A&M resolved 12th man dispute.
oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
The fight over the 12th man is over. Both Texas A&M and Seattle will be able to use the phrase. The University and Seahawks said Monday they have reached a deal settling university's lawsuit over the phrase reserved for fans.
Wow.
Anyone notice anything change in what we do? Seattle Chief Executive Officer Lewinsk said in team headquarters in Kirkland, Washington. They won't see any changes in the stadium. We're really happy about that. Only changes Seattle's will make on any broadcast that features the 12 man. A statement that 12 man is a trademark of Texas A&M University and will be included on such broadcasts. That's it.
Okay.
So anyway, Texas A&M, known for its 12th man tradition, University's main campus, College Station, covers 33 square miles. I think that's just a weird coincidence. The Chile miners rescue that Ryan mentioned, that there's a film about it. So the 33 miners were trapped underground for 69 days in San Jose mines and were rescued in 2010. There is a Route 33, which another significant Route 33 is a major north-south highway in New Jersey connecting several towns and cities. And I believe there's
Have
a
you been on it?
no. I've been on 33, which I will get to, which is 101 from Ventura to Ojai,
Okay.
spelled Ojai.
Love Ojai.
Ojai. The Italian police force, the Carabinieri, often referred to their vehicles as 33. I tried to get a resource on that, and I texted my Italian friend, and she said, I don't know, LOL. So moving on. The 33 Infantry Division was a formation of the U.S. Army fought in World War I and II. This one's fun. Batman's first appearance, Detective Comics number 33, which is not his first appearance, but it is the story of his first origin story of his parents dying.
Okay.
That's fun. 33rd Street, common street name found in many cities, including famous 33rd Street in New York City near Penn Station and Madison Square Garden. That's just,
Never heard of it.
yeah. Symphony number 33, a symphony composed by Mozart in B flat
Never
major.
heard.
33 teeth. Some species of shark, like the great white, can have 33 teeth in their upper jaw, which sounds little. They should have more.
More? You want sharks to have more teeth?
Don't they have a lot of teeth?
They do. And you want them to have more.
Don't they have like hundreds?
Dude, I'm as far as I'm concerned, they have rows of teeth. So yeah, they're enough.
Oh, there's a wide range. It's between 50 and 300.
That is not 33.
And then some species could have 3,000 or 50,000 over their lifetime.
Oh, because like in one like mouth, that's maybe a little too much.
Sharks have about 24 exposed teeth on their top and lower jaws. But yeah, it depends on the species. Well, hey, I'd like to meet a nice. Okay, anyway, whew, okay. 33 hertz frequency, considered a low base frequency in audio engineering. Romeo and Juliet in Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet mentions the number 33 in Act 3, Scene 3.
Um, just quick side comment. Romeo and Juliet. How do you feel about those two?
They were young, no judgment.
No. Is it a love story? Is it a romantic love story?
I mean, it is romantic. They're just kind of naive and dumb because they're.
I think it's important that people realize that they're naive and dumb.
No, I think it's
That's good.
important
That's
to
good.
realize that people miss the theme of Romeo and Juliet.
That they're kids that met each other for like 3 days and then killed themselves over it.
Yeah, and then it's like this weird, like, I mean, it's spicy, right? Their families don't like each other.
Oh, that's super spicy. Yeah.
So, like, the whole forbidden love thing, people are into that, right? Right? Whether it's interracial or class divide or she's a Jew, he's a Palestinian, things like that, right? Nowadays. So, I think it's like a weird conflict everybody could get behind. But I think, like everything else, there's like over romanticized like version of Romeo and Juliet that's like, why? It's like I don't go to fucking Saugus High School and be like, oh my god, like Juliet broke up with Romeo. Oh no, how are they gonna get a prom together? No, I just go, oh, that's unfortunate. I hope it's amicable and move on. But maybe because I'm not romantic, maybe because I'm an idiot and I'm I'm a man child and I don't care about that. Who knows? Another Route 33 in Virginia, a scenic highway running through the Shenandoah Valley and George Washington National Forest. I love that word, Shenandoah. Could you spell
Shenandoah.
Shenandoah for me?
Dude, I'm looking at the word.
Okay, let me delete it.
All right. Now, now I gotta spell it. Yeah. Shenandoah. All right. Well, let's see how memory plays. Shen. What's that? Shen. I think it's another E. So I'm gonna go Shen Shannon. So Shenendoah.
You're so close. Could you look at the screen again?
Okay.
Boom. It's ANN.
Ah,
NAN. Sorry.
I put an E there instead. Okay. So Shenandoah.
Very good. Yeah, another brewery beer 33 fact, and I didn't really fact check this, kind of. Sapporo Breweries, the Japanese beer company Sapporo Premium Beer, is often associated with the number 33 due to its brewing process and history. I did see that on their website, but one, I don't read Japanese, not well. Two, um, I don't know, it was too hard. So I just moved on.
Quick
About
quick
33.
Google search doesn't bring anything about 33 in Sapporo, but whatever.
What what number do you think is the sexiest?
The sexiest.
Yeah, let's kinda, like we don't have to rank it, but let's kinda bring up I think 1's kinda hot,
The one is really hot.
like, 7's kinda hot too.
But one's like, like it's a given hot. That's like, of course you're attractive. We get it. You're one. Blah.
You don't feel that way about 2 though.
Nah, two's not as sexy.
Is
Two,
3's cute.
yeah, three's cute. Four's forgettable.
4's
Five is memorable.
do you know 4 is it's equivalent to unlucky 13 in America, in Asia.
Oh, did not. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to China and I'll just say Korea. In Korea, some buildings do not have a 4th floor.
Dang. Just wow. They really hold dear to that.
Yeah, like some buildings don't have a 13th floor, right?
I don't
So the
know.
14th floor is the 13th floor, but hey,
Right. I don't know if I've been in a building where I've seen that yet.
go to the Philippines. I'm sure you'll see tons of them.
The for 4 or for 13?
I don't know what their unlucky number is. I feel like everybody has their everybody has something against the number.
Ooh, that number. All right. So yeah, 1, sexy. 7, I guess I can see it. I really like 8, I like the curves. Because if
It's
put it
just
on the
very
side.
boxed. It's just very like it's like a snowman. It's very
Yeah.
like, but it's also like the infinite sign.
Exactly. Tip it over. It's infinite. It's fantastic. Love is infinite. Let's do it, baby.
Okay, so China's 4, Japan's 4 and 9,
Oh, there you go.
Italy is 17, India is 8, South Korea is 4, Brazil's 13, Thailand is 6. Let's see if Philippines have one.
Another sexy number. I think like 99, right
You
before
think
you like
99 sexy?
yeah, right before you go to 3 digits. Spicy. Plus, it's also one of those, it's like a master number. It's the same number, right? 9 and 9. Whoa.
You don't think it lacks the 1 to be 100?
No, I think that's what makes it awesome is that it doesn't have that one to be 100. It's
Hmm.
right before hundo. So it's the best it can be with 2 digits. It's the very best you can be with 2 digits.
I find numbers in the 70s kind of sexy. I think 7's kind of bringing the heat, but
You just like that decade?
no, I just like the way the number 7 looks. Kind of looks like a 1, kind of looks like a weird 4, kind of it's like sharp. It's lucky,
Okay. Okay.
right? I was born on the 7th, so maybe
You
that's
know,
that's
you do know that 7, 8, 9, right?
7 did eat 9 because it's a fat fuck. Um, what do you think about 6?
6 is cool, but that's more like cool, I think, just to me and my brother, apparently.
I had an ex-girlfriend, and Baker Mayfield is 6.
Like I said, it's just cool to me and my brother.
And Baker Mayfield, who might be your brother. Um, I had an ex-girlfriend who would always like if she changed the volume, it has to be in increments of 5.
Whoa.
Like, it had to be 20, 25, 30. It couldn't be like 30, 23, like on a volume thing.
Good bugger.
Yeah, it would bug her. I tried it. I tried different tests. I put it
But
on 24 just to see what happens.
what is the volume always like? Was it always displayed? Or could you put it on 23 before she got like there?
She'll probably
And
check it. Yeah,
interesting.
5s only.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I also have a friend well, like, okay, let's talk about the most efficient number, 12, because
Okay.
let's go through it. It's divisible by a bunch of numbers, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1,
Yeah.
double it, 24, 24, lots of things fit in 24. Hey, 8.
Agreed.
That's why when there's 24 hours in a day, a lot of people I could divide it up. I could be like 8, 8, 8, right? 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Those make 24?
Yeah, I could do 6, 6, 6, 6. Do you know why I know the 888 so well? Because
What?
that used to be our swing shift in Afghanistan sometimes. So if you were lucky, you work 888. If you're unlucky, I mean, you could be on convoy, but which is infinite. It could be forever. It could be 2 hours, it could be forever. So that's a gamble. But if you work 12 and 12, you get 12 hours off, 12 hours on. If you work 8 on, you do 8 on, 2 on standby, and you have 16 hours off.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't happen with everybody. But and then when World War II, like cities like Burbank, California used to be a war factory. Woo. They used to have day shift for 8 or 9 hours and then night shift and swing shift.
Dude, isn't that wild? There used to be an airport in Glendale, the Glendale Air, Grand Central Air Terminal.
Yeah, which is now owned by Disney.
Yes, the the
Yeah.
the terminal. Yes, the building terminal still exists. Like you said, owned by Disney, still stands today. But right there, like there was an airport there, and there's a street. If you go down there into, I think it's still considered. Is that Burbank or is that Glendale now?
That's address wise it's Glendale.
It's Glendale. Okay,
That
so
weird border. Yeah.
yeah, it is that weird border like area. If you go there, you'll see a street called I think Airway like Lane or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was where the airstrip was exactly, but regardless, like that's where the airport was.
I think the airstrip was south of it where like the campus is now, and then they built it over it. But it was because it wasn't a big one. And then Burbank Airport used to be owned by Lockheed, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin, and then they like sold it to the city. They're like, well, we don't really need to be here. They're like, okay.
Dude, it's wild. There used to be a lot of airports. A lot of airports got shut down in the LA area. I did a report on this. This is why
Yeah.
I know
And then
just a little
I
bit.
also I think Burbank Mall used to be a war factory. I forgot what they made. And then a lot of the studios kind of bought the land from the war manufacturers after the war. They're like, "Hey, you have a lot of land, you don't really need it. We need a lot of space." Oh, we.
Mm,
And that's how
Good
Hollywood
investment.
was made. And then the kid stays in the picture. I really wish sometimes, like I'm very happy with myself. Yeah, sometimes I wish I was like a little bit more fit or like a little bit more humble, a little bit more quiet, a little bit smarter, whatever, right? Just a little bit more. But at times, I wish I was like 1950s like film producer from like Brooklyn, New York with like an accent. Like, everybody, chewing gum. I'm Hollywood. Ryan Dorman stays in the picture.
Thanks,
Nobody
boss.
else is gonna get into things except for Ryan Dorman. He will be a star. It's my dream. Like I would, but I don't want to be. Yeah, but yeah, I like that accent. Like I don't have that thing. I'd be more like, okay, that's good. Like, okay, we'll see him. Bring him
If
in.
you could just do a full episode in that accent, that'd be awesome.
He doesn't have to. I'll do it.
I know.
I also want to do an episode where we do like, do you know the Atlantic talkie accent?
No.
Like the 1950s. Like no one spoke like that. No one in the world spoke like that except for in the movies.
Give me a taste.
Okay, give me a scenario.
Uh, we're out at a bar and we're gonna get something to drink. I really want a bubbly water, but you want to get a Manhattan, and he made a terrible Manhattan for you.
Are we in that time or am I in this time just talking that way?
You're just talking that way. That's
In
the
this time?
scenario. Sure. Yeah.
No,
This time.
you're getting a what?
I'm getting a bubbly water.
You're getting a bubbly water and I'm getting
A Manhattan, but it's a terrible Manhattan.
it's a terrible man. Okay. Now you listen here good. You got him a bubbly water and now you're giving me a Manhattan. This Manhattan tastes terrible. I haven't had a drink this bad since World War II. Now you listen here, bartender. Now you
Nobody,
grab that drink, you grab your manager, and then you change this drink right away. And then the bartender, where are we?
ain't nobody talk like that. You're absolutely right.
No one talk like that. It's like this weird. They call it. I think it's the Mid Atlantic or Atlantic mess. It's like New York mixed with like Britain. I guess I don't even know. But that's if all the 1950s and kind of a 60s film, they all speak like that, and they always shake women. I'm like, what was going on in that decade for men to grab them and like shake them? They like shake him violently. It's not just like, wow, it's wrong. Like one of my favorite movies is from that area, but I'm like, what is happening? Like what? Who speaks like no one speaks like that? And like
I wish they
a
did.
lot of the women just speak in like they're in distress. Even when they're happy, they're in distress. Even when they're angry, they're in distress. Like, oh, Laszlo, we'll always have Paris. Like, why? I mean, it's good, but I mean, I'm not complaining. But there's no need for that. You don't yeah, I could do talkie all episode. It would be kind of annoying. Maybe it'll be fun if I'm reading stuff, if I'm more
Mm,
prepared.
I can
You
handle it.
listen here, you listen good, Missy. Now I'm not gonna have any of your little back talk here. Now you go get that little doggy of yours and you go on a walk. You see? Now you now you go pick up that little doggy poop and then you go and I lost it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
I'm glad 70s kind of changed movies. And the 60s. Like, I'm glad movies change because I don't know what I would do if I watched things like that. Oh, here's a update I forgot to say. I saw the movie Sinners, and let me say, it was a banger.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, banger. Great music. There's a scene in that movie. So I saw it in IMAX, like true IMAX at Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
There's a scene in that movie. I'm not giving you anything away. Like, one of the actors is singing, and they like go through the crowd, like with one shot, and there's a lot going on. And it was like a religious experience. I'm like, "Oh my god, like, what is happening to me?" Like, I'm like, "What?" Like, there's so much going on, and then it's such a big, tall screen, like the real
Mhm.
IMAX screen at Universal, like and then I went to City Walk right afterwards, and then after that, I went to Universal Studios because I have a pass, and I was in line for the Simpsons ride, and I was just telling everybody, they're like, "Oh, like, what rides have you been on?" I'm like, "No, I just got here. I have a pass. I live here." I'm not from Wisconsin like you guys, but I'm just chilling, and I just watched the movie, and I couldn't stop like talking about it. Banger. But
Well,
if
now I wanna see it.
you should definitely see it. If the wife doesn't like horror movies, don't take her. It's not that bad. It's kind of gory. Lots of jump scares here and there, but you'd be okay. You're a big boy. You'd be okay.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It's not too long, but and then you play guitar, so I think you would have some appreciation to it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
When that scene happened, great movie regardless, but when that scene was happening, I'm like, what's happening to me? Like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I wanted to get up and dance. It was weird. It was a very weird experience. Like, I'm gonna walk back into the theater just to see that, just to see that again.
I think that's the nice tall tale sign of a good movie, man. It makes you that into it. You wanted to get up and dance? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was something was happening. Um, do you have a number like 33? That what are your thoughts on the number 33? Not the way it looks, just what do you think of?
I think 33 does look pretty cool. I think, I don't wanna call it alliteration, but it's not really alliteration, but you know how the repeating effect of 1, 1, like 11, 2, 2, 3, 3. I think just visually, it's kind of, captivating. It's nice to see. It's cool. It also, I don't know, easy to say. 33, 33. Nice.
One of the things I found out of 33, like this is an interesting thing. 33 in the like the Thai language sounds a lot like 33 in Korean.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
And then the languages don't really associate directly with each other, but they derive from like traditional Chinese.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna ask if they had some type of, like, base relationship. So,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, there's a little bit of some commonality.
Yeah, so like 10, 30, 33, they all sound similar. Like 10, 20, 30.
Mhm.
So I thought that was very interesting. Just weird things, just and I'm a huge sports fan, so when I see 33 and then I don't know if people noticed this, a lot of the chapters, like they're not on our podcast, it's not exactly on the topic. Like we jump around, you click it, you're kind of a little behind it or after it. I do that because one, I'm lazy. Two, because I want you to listen to it a little bit more leading into the topic. But, a lot of our my markings are at 33, and then some of them are coincidence and some of them are kinda done on purpose, so I think there's to that, there's some inside baseball stuff for our podcast.
Oh, Easter eggs, Easter eggs.
And then, yeah, and then this is episode 33. Oh, so this is an issue, kind of.
Why?
We're gonna Tarantino this. So, I think the episode before this the one in Denver?
Yes?
So, it's gonna air, like, reverse.
Wait, this is gonna air before oh, yeah, you're right, you
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah, so,
That's okay.
yeah, we didn't see anything here about, um I also think there's, like, number 33 on the Nuggets, and I can't think of who. It's not Nikola Jokic, but I feel like somebody has 33 who was good for there for a while.
I don't know.
Anything 33 that you saw at work or at home?
I haven't seen any 33s at work. Oh, no, but I think 33 is a cool number, like, age-wise too. You're still youthful, but at that point, hopefully, you're matured enough and you had enough working experience, you've been able to save a little money so you can spend a little money, enjoy yourself, enjoy life a little. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Ryan, math question. 5 PM in Pacific time is 9 AM in Tokyo time.
Okay.
So we usually record around 8 PM. What time is that in Tokyo?
I already forgot the first big sentence you said to me. Did
Oh my
you
god.
say it was 11? At 8 PM, it's 11 in Tokyo?
No, 5 PM here is 9 AM there the next day.
Oh, 5 p.m. here is 9 a.m. Okay, so if we're recording at 8, it's only 3 hours. So you said it was 9 a.m. there, then it'd have to be noon.
So yeah, our next recording session, it'll be noon in where would I be? I don't know what city I'd be in, but it'd be noon in Japan.
Kyoto.
Depends on the day, but maybe, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll try to get a cool background.
Did anyone like the 33 stuff? What was your favorite 33 fact? Someone leave a comment. Did we miss a 33 comment? Any 33 facts that we didn't capture?
I feel like there's like one obvious 33 fact, like not like Chilean miners. That's like some like odd trivial fact, right? Like how many Chilean miners were trapped in there in 2010.
Yeah.
but I think we're missing like one, kind of like a vertebrae one, but like 33 related.
Let us know. Someone knows something. Let us know.
Yeah. I used to think 33 centimeters was like a cool distance. It's like a little bit over a foot. I'm like 33 centimeters. Like if I measure something as 33 centimeters, I'd be like, whoa, oh yeah. I don't do that with 33 inches. I'd be like, man, it's 33 inches. It's cool. But if it was 33 centimeters, I'm like, oh,
Sure.
call everybody in. Call everybody in. Look at it. Look at this lumber. And then people are like, what's a big deal about it? I'm like, what's a big deal about it? It's God's number. And then last thing about 33, Ryan, guess what I did when I turned 33?
Were you traveling?
Yes, sir. I was traveling to 20 countries when I was 33. And then here's a really funny story about that. So when I was like late 20s, and then this is the sign out, somebody asked me, they're like, when do you think you'll get married? I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure, but I don't know, maybe like early 30s, mid 30s. I was thinking about that. And people are like, okay, like you like it was one of those friends. She's like, I'm gonna date a girl for 3 years at least before I marry her. I'm like, I didn't know your life was so planned out like this. Oh, boy. Anyway, but we were talking about stuff, and then I'm like, you know what's gonna happen? Like, I'm gonna be 32. I'm gonna be seeing some girl. She's gonna ask that question. What are we? I'm be like, I don't know. I like you. And then I'm gonna tell her that question. Or it's not a question. I'm gonna tell that statement. Hey, I'm gonna go travel. And she's like, I want to travel. And then I will respond, you could go. And that's where it ends. And then I'm gonna come back after I travel, and it's gonna be that weird, like, all right, like you still want to hang out, talk. I'm like, I mean, yeah, not really. But did that happen? Kind of. Did that happen like on the nose? No, but I thought that was really funny because I said that when I was like 27, 28. And then yeah, I didn't plan on doing that. But I remember when I turned 30, I felt great. I'm like, oh, so much things just building up, right? I was strong. I was fairly healthy. I remember the day after my 31st birthday, I'm like, everything hurts.
Oh,
I'm dying. What is happening? Why am I here? What is happening? They're like, a 6 a.m. call time? Who do they think I am? Like, and then I remember volunteering at Watts, and then I was pushing a wheelbarrow. And then you know when you're pushing a wheelbarrow, because there's only one wheel, it's like that one awkward like curb that you gotta like whoop, like power up and go.
oh yeah.
And then I was carrying somebody in it, and then I'm doing fine, and then when I had, like, actual like, heavy ass concrete or sand in it, I was going over the curb again, and then not only did I hit it and not go over, I hit it, and then I just felt myself like, "Ah!" And it just
No.
toppled over. Luckily, everything was backed up, it wasn't open, but if it was open, it would've fucking spilled everywhere. I'm like, "What is happening?" And then, 32, I think I traveled, or 31 and 32 I traveled, and then 33 was like the full blown on thing. So that worked out fairly well, but it wasn't like a planned thing. It just kind of happened, and then I don't know if I see it as like a sign or a weird coincidence.
Hmm. Well, it could be both.
Yeah. So anyway, listen to our other episodes about, well, the Denver one's not up yet, but we soon next episode is going to be about Denver-ish and ghost of places that I didn't see. And then, yeah, anything coming up for you, good sir? Or do you want to talk about it after we sign out?
Oh boy. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends and family.
And strangers.
Yeah, share with everybody. Share them.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
You're listening to Waste Your Time Wisely podcast.